Shawty put a name on this. Shawty put a blame on this. Nah, I don't wanna wait on this. I don't wanna wait on this. Nah, Shawty, she dropping her reason. She pull up on me for the season. Trapping like she got the keys in. Shawty, she look like a season. Yeah, whole lot of bags and I got the flow and I got the fans and I got the flow and I'm the man and I'm about to blow and I'm about to blow, I'm about to blow. Whole lot of bags and I got the flow and I got the fans and I got the flow and I'm the man and I'm about to blow.
Guys, Kejo in the freaking house, baby.
B-Town in the building, y'all. We know what it is, boy.
Let's go. So, me and Kejo have known each other for a while.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
Yeah, but it's been a minute, and you know, we're both in. We love the hustle culture. So he always, you know, gives me shout outs, and I always give him some. And
For sure.
so we've been like saying hi and what's up and stuff, and finally we're here shooting. I want to understand the music industry. He wants to understand, you know, the content industry and stuff like that. So here we are. So tell me a little bit about, like, as you all know, like, he's B-Town's rapper boy.
Yeah, we rapping, bro. We rapping.
And I feel like if you know a rapper in Bangalore, it's Kejo or no one.
That's mad, bro.
Yeah.
Appreciate it, boy.
Yeah. So tell us about, like, how you got into rapping and like why you even like wanted to be an artist in the first
So
place.
I think music's been like an integral part of my life for a while now, bro. So I started playing the piano when I was a kid. And I picked up the guitar from there, got myself an electric guitar, started listening to like Metallica and like, you know, Lamb of God and shit. I want to play those fucking
rock and roll
solos
boy
shit.
back in the day.
Fully, bro. Like I was into like that vibe, and you know, eventually I started discovering like new genres of music, and eventually like I was around like the right group of friends who introduced me to like rap, and you know, and I was rocking with it, bro, back then, and that's why I switched, you know. So everything was like so analog back then. Like you needed an instrument to make music, and now all you need is a laptop, right? So we use something called a DAW, which is a digital audio workstation, and I use Ableton. There are multiple DAWs, and Ableton is just
I've
one
heard
of
of
them.
like Ableton before. So what is Ableton? So software is
So it's
things where you press buttons and the sound.
so
and
that
stuff?
would be called like a MIDI.
Yeah.
So Ableton is a software on the laptop where you can like basically create beats, melodies, and harmonies, and you know, arrange songs and record and basically collect samples to make a song of your choice, basically. And eventually, I started off as a producer. I started making my own beats, and eventually, I figured I needed people to rap over those beats, right? So like I was around the right people, I would say, in college, and ever since like I linked up with them, I started playing them my beats. They actually told me that I should start rapping myself, you know, with the beats, because I needed an artist to be on it, right, in order to like put out music. So I was excited, bro. I still remember the first day, like they told me that, you know, I should write something. I played them one of my beats, and I was actually excited because they said...
So you made your own beat?
Yeah, I made my own beat. I played it to them, and they said I should, like, you know, probably write something over it. Excited little kid in college, went back home, wrote some bars to it. Didn't know if it made sense. Like, but I was just feeding
know what
off
a bar was then.
Yeah, legit. And, you know, it was like... It was crazy because, bro, like these people actually believed in me before I believed in myself, you know, and that's pretty crazy. As an artist, like you need people like that around you. Wrote some bars, and the next day after college, I was so excited to like do it for them. And I played the beat and I rapped over it, and I don't know what they saw in me, and they were like, dude, this shit is fire. And I was like, yo, what is this like hidden talent that I've just discovered? Like, and eventually, like that's the spark that got things going, you know, for me. Like I was around the right people who gave me the right energy and like, you know, told me that I can do something that even I didn't know I could do. And yeah, bro, look at where I am today now. It's pretty crazy.
Crazy,
you know?
bro.
Yeah.
And you know what they say, like in a leader, it's not the leader who's the most important person sometimes, but it's the first follower who's more important than the leader himself. Because the first follower is the one who gives the leader his power and his what do you call the belief in himself.
Facts.
Because like let's just say you're living your own life and you're a great rapper, until you get that first follower to be like, oh damn, I really love what you're doing, then you don't realize yourself that you got that hidden talent.
It's pretty crazy because, bro, you'll know as a content creator now, like you're making content, right? And you'd see like random strangers, people who don't even know you, supporting you more than
Yeah.
your own friends, your own
Yeah.
homeboys. You know, that's pretty crazy to me,
Yeah.
bro. Because, you know, like, because people know you as Surya, right?
Yeah.
People, my friends know me as Kevin, but then
Yeah.
people who don't know me as Kevin know me as Kejo.
Yeah.
And the people who don't know you as Talks as Surya,
Surya,
right?
yeah.
Like, so it's a different vibe. It's like an entirely different image, like a personality, you know,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that's
yeah.
in us.
It's literally crazy.
Yeah.
Like, because it literally took me a second to call you Kevin and not Kejo. Because
Yeah.
in my head, like, you're
Yeah,
Kejo.
yeah.
Yeah, whereas I'm sure for your mom or your dad, it's like
Yeah,
Kevin.
they never call me Kejo like ever.
Yeah. What do they call you?
Kevin.
Like, what's
Yeah.
your nickname? They don't call you
At home,
Kevin.
they
Kevin
be like
Koti.
Raja and all.
Raja, yeah.
Call me King at home, bro.
Nice, bro. So tell me like a little bit about like where you grew up, like, you know, what kind of household, what kind of parents did you have, and like what set you up to be a hustler?
It's pretty crazy because my folks literally came up from nothing, you know,
Yeah.
like, and they basically are from Chennai, and I was born there,
Yeah.
and I was basically got here, like, you know, I was like here after they moved in and they had me, and it's been a minute ever since, bro, and like this city has just been
So you
like.
born here?
No, I was born in Chennai.
Oh, okay.
And I grew up here basically.
Yeah.
Got schooled here. Went to Frank Anthony's.
Yeah.
And
Faps.
yeah, Faps. You already know what it is, bro. Shout out Faps, bro. Like, shout out all the Fapites in the building. But yeah, like it's pretty crazy because like this city has like given me everything, bro. Like the
Yeah.
vibes have been immaculate here, and like the people here, it's like I'll never forget this place. This is home for me because I've been born and brought
Yeah.
up here, right? And my folks are scientists. They work for DRDO.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and like
DRDO
it's pretty
stands for?
hectic. Defense Research and Development Organization.
Damn nice.
Yeah, so they're like
So your
into,
parents are out there making the machine guns, the rockets, and
yeah,
stuff.
you already know, bro. It's pretty crazy because they were like fully into like the whole science field, you know, ever since, and they would, I mean, generally, if you think about it, like they'd want their kid to be in the same field as well. But then, you know, like after watching like Three Idiots and shit, my folks kind of changed their mind about things. It's pretty crazy because you know, they let me do whatever I wanted.
Yeah.
You know,
After
like,
watching Three Idiots, why,
yeah,
what
it
was it
really
about
changed their
Three
lives,
Idiots
bro.
that like
Like
changed?
I've seen that movie like a million times with my parents, and you know, I feel like we need more movies like that.
No, but like what happened in that movie and that really clicked for them?
I feel like it's the message, bro. It's like, you know, you do what you love and, you know, not what other people are telling you to do. And, you know, I feel like right
Okay.
now in today's world, everybody is just doing
Yeah.
it for the money.
It's
Nobody-
crazy how entertainment can also educate
Yeah,
people.
for sure. And, you know, the right kind, bro. Like, yeah, so this was like legit years of programming that our parents have like overcome, and like they've actually come to a conclusion that, you know, it's okay for your kid to do whatever you like he or she wants, right?
Yeah.
And that's like
crazy.
a big thing with Indian
You
parents.
should
bro.
add that in one of your rap songs
Yeah,
on
for
how
sure.
like Three Idiots has changed my life. Hey.
Yeah, but it's pretty crazy, bro. Like, yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, I feel like speaking about like that's the newest thing, infotainment, like entertainment with information, which kind of like what Stocks with Surya is
Yeah.
trying to do. And so I mean, we're talking about it right now, but we might just come up with a rap to educate you about finance. So
Yeah.
that might be fun.
Spit
to
some
work on.
bars with some numbers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's awesome. That scientists makes me think of that movie, like what Incredibles or something. Like the kids like
Yeah.
a
Trying to be
rapper and then-
superheroes and
yeah,
shit.
your parents are actually like low key. They have like guns and shit in the house. And then, like,
Nah,
crazy
bro.
CIA
It
guys.
ain't like that, but yeah.
Maybe you never know. Shall I put a name on it? So that's how you know it's going to be a successful song, because like
It's catchy.
yeah, it's catchy. It's
It
ringing
sticks.
in my head.
It's infectious.
So like you've put out a couple of songs out
Yeah, I
there.
put out like 34 singles on
Wow.
all major streaming platforms.
Nice.
Have,
So
like-
tell us where we can find you.
It's Kejo on Spotify, Apple Music, and all other streaming platforms. I'm
Shout
gonna
out to
use-
my boy Kejo.
Yeah.
Go follow him.
Appreciate
and
it,
you know,
boy.
check out his music, and he even has an album called Wasabi.
Yeah, it's a single. It's Wasabi.
Okay. So like you've basically been studying, I guess.
Yeah.
Not in the formal sense of education, but like learning because you enjoy it. So according to you, like what was your best performing song? And according to you at this point, what is that formula for a good song?
So I would say a hit song is not made, it's marketed. You know what I'm saying? That's
Yeah.
what they say, right? Like it's legit everything. Like, marketing is everything in a song. Even if you have a hit song, if you don't know how to sell it, it ain't gonna sell, right? So I feel like right now for me, Call In was my most played song. It's
Calling.
Call In, yeah.
Colin.
Yeah.
Can you spit a couple of bars?
Goes like, yeah, she callin', right into my city, yeah, we ballin'.
Oh.
I think you would have heard it, right?
Yeah, I've heard it for sure.
Yeah, so we made the song at a friend's house. It was such a random session. And I was like with the producer, Amtra, a friend of mine. Shout out Amtra in the building. Produced a bunch of songs for me.
Nice.
And he had this beat that he was sitting on. And then, like I was like just texting this girl. And it was just like a vibe, bro, you know, like that I felt. And I was like, damn, I need to put this in my music. So all of my music, like everything I put out till now, it's literally me putting out the experiences I've been through, like, in this city specifically, with like, the vibe of the city in my music. And that's why I feel people can relate to it, especially the ones over here, you know, like the boys.
The V-Town boys, for
Yeah.
sure, like, know what's up. Like, I think anybody in Bangalore can really connect with your music because you talk about, like, I mean, Misu, for example.
Yeah. Say less, bro. Sticky rice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
but
we were sitting in the car earlier and, like, I was asking him about
yeah,
this.
you already know.
And so this is, like, the power pose and this mudra. So tell
Uttra
us,
Bodhi Mudra, it's called. So it basically like calms you down and like helps you like think straight,
yeah.
So
So shout out to all the creators. Make sure if, like, this keeps you
already
calm,
know.
focused for your future interviews.
Yeah. Getting back to the song, so it was pretty crazy, like creating it, because that was the vibe. Like we were feeding off the energy that was happening at that moment, and then I started rapping about like how this girl just calls me just to smoke.
Oh,
That was the whole song, like legit. And then like the other artists who were with me, they fed off the same vibe, and we recorded it and we put it out, and like everybody loved it. Like I got like this Spotify placement basically.
Yeah.
It was on this really big playlist on Spotify. It's an editorial
Oh,
playlist.
crazy.
And that got me like hella streams, bro, because they have like multiple playlists on Spotify, editorial playlists that are curated by Spotify itself. So when you get added to these playlists, and depending on where you are on the playlist, say if you're like first or second, like you're
It
gonna
really
get
takes
hella
up your
streams. Yeah. So it did like over 24,000 streams, bro, that one song. So yeah, that was like a start for me. And that's when I figured, what the people like. So it's not about what you say, but how you say it, you know?
Nice. So tell us a little bit about like, so now you're on Spotify, and how does one like monetize off Spotify streams?
So artists would generally contact a distributor. Like in this case, with me, I use DistroKid. So I pay them like $35 a year, and they let me upload like unlimited music. Like I can upload like 100 songs. But then they would charge me for like, being able to be on Shazam. Like supposing my track would play anywhere, and if you like, Shazam it, I'll actually appear. For that, they charge an extra $1, which I think is
Per
reasonable.
song.
Yeah, per song.
Okay, that's not bad.
Yeah, it's not bad, right? And I mean, I think Shazam is like universal right now. If anyone doesn't know a song, like they go to Shazam and try to find it, right? So I think it's pretty like important to be like able to be Shazam.
Shazam. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I was reading about the Shazam founder yesterday. Like, I forgot. He was just like, so apparently he's like an OG in the scene, and like back in the day before we had smartphones, you just had to like dial this number and call it, and that line would automatically pick up and would listen to the song
and
playing
tell
in
you
that
what it's called. No way.
and tell you.
That's pretty
So
crazy.
the minute like the first iPhone apps came out, Shazam was one of the first apps, and they scaled to like 10 million users real quick because they were like a blockbuster on the App Store. And then Apple, it was an obvious acquisition for Apple being one of the best apps. It got bought for like 400 million or 500 million dollars.
Damn.
Yeah. So
That's pretty crazy.
That's crazy. Like, because they were already a first mover, the minute like app comes, they like upgrade it. So it's all about upgrading yourself and using technology on the go. So like, how are you using technology to keep upgrading yourself and stuff?
I feel like as an artist, you need to be aware of what's popping, what's next, like, and obviously like on Instagram, you'd see like all of these like artists dropping reels and shit. So I feel like that's like the new wave now,
And you've picked up on it too. So like he does these collabs with like where he plays like famous Kannada songs like
Yeah.
Santosha K,
Yeah, yeah.
and like he takes the beat and he raps to them.
Yeah, basically it's called sampling, the term
Yeah.
in music.
Okay.
So you take like inspiration from something that already exists, say like an old sample like Santosha K, and you flip it, you give it like the 2023 remix type of shit, you know? I mean, to be honest, like most of them they all appreciate it, but some of them they'd be like, "Oh, dude, like don't fuck with like the OG song, like don't try and spoil it," type of shit.
Yeah.
But dude, we're like in the 2023 era right now,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
this
100%.
shit's different now. It's not like how it used to be.
Yeah, but you're
So-
not spoiling it. You're like, it's like a shout out to the OG. And
Yeah,
then, like,
exactly.
you're giving a new twist to
Yeah,
it.
because that's when I feel like the real ones would get it, like
Yeah.
the real ones would appreciate like the twist to like an old scenario.
Yeah.
But again, like the OGs would just want their shit, right? They can't unhear that Santosha K they've heard like back when they were kids and shit. So yeah, it's different. I mean, like, they say that if you're actually doing something right, like you're gonna have a lot of haters,
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
and that's a part of the equation, fam. You already
Yeah.
know. So
So Cage already knows the way my brain works. It's like always trying to figure out like, okay, how does this
Yeah.
work? How does that make
Yeah.
money? We were in like the tattoo shop last week.
yeah. Shout out Metaling, shout out Raja on the building.
Yeah. And so he was telling me how like, a tattoo artist or a tattoo studio makes money. And
Yeah.
this morning we were in Rameshwaram and we were calculating and we were like, okay, cool, maybe there's 20, 30 people in here.
Yeah.
I sat and counted every single person. And Rameshwaram, it was like, what, 12:30 in the afternoon? And
Yeah.
Rameshwaram had like 94 people.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and they're open from like 5 a.m.
Yeah.
till like 1 a.m. in the night.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. And
Yeah.
so we were saying like even if they get like 100 people every half an hour who spend 100 rupees,
Mm-hmm.
that's like 10 lakhs. So like 10,000 rupees like for every half an hour. So
Mm-hmm.
every day they make like on average minimum like 1.2 crores or something.
That's insane.
Yeah. Every month,
Yeah,
sorry, they
yeah,
make 1.2
yeah.
crores, and every day we calculate what they make like 4 lakhs
Mm-hmm.
basically, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's pretty crazy that such a small restaurant, 4 lakhs
Yeah.
a day, 40 lakhs every 10 days, and 1.2 crores a month, and margins of like 35-40%.
Mm-hmm.
So that's crazy, man. Such a small place doing like 40,
Yeah.
50 lakhs of
Yeah.
profit every month. So tell us about like artists and how do you guys make money?
So again, like streaming
And
is just
let's
like
go over like different platforms
yeah.
too.
So I think like streaming is probably the first, like for every artist, obviously. So Spotify pays you like 0.00437 cents per stream.
0043.
437 cents. So that's like barely anything, yeah. But then if you rack up like
0.004 cents.
yeah.
That's nothing.
Yeah,
bro.
but that's the thing. If you're doing numbers like big numbers, say like 1 million streams,
No, but even if you're doing like 1,000 streams, that's 4 cents for every 1,000 streams, basically.
no,
0.004 into 1,000
Yeah.
is 4 cents.
Yeah.
So 4 cents per stream.
yeah, something like that.
Damn.
Yeah, but then Apple Music pays you like a little more. So they pay like, I think, double that Spotify pay. I think it's 0.008 cents when it comes to like
Okay.
Apple Music.
Spotify is basically paying you 8 cents for 1,000
No,
streams.
Spotify is paying
Sorry,
0.004.
Apple Music is paying you 8 cents per 1,000 streams.
Yeah.
I think maybe that's how these companies calculate per 1,000 streams.
Yeah,
Throw them a couple of cents.
Yeah, so if you do like 1 million streams, that's like $3,000 or $3,000 to $4,000. I'm
Okay.
talking about just Spotify.
Yeah.
But now if you like think about
But
it,
isn't that a lot for like
it is
$3,000?
a lot, but it's so hard to do 1 million streams. Like 1 million streams
That's
might
what I'm
sound
saying. It's so hard
Yeah.
to do 1 million streams to earn only $3,000.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It feels like you're
it
kind
feels
of
hectic,
being-
but then when you have a fan base like say Drake, bro, Drake has done 60 billion streams. That's a lot of fucking streams. He's made 224 million just off of streaming.
wow.
And that shows like the potential of like the genre itself
Yeah.
of like rap, of hip hop, right? So it's crazy, right? Because
No,
it
for
has
sure,
that
like-
potential. So
Yeah.
if your music is good enough to get you to that level, bro, the fans are going to listen either ways and you're going to get paid either ways. So
Okay, but I don't know. Okay, let's take an average artist. Okay, not Drake, who's like up
The
there.
biggest, yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, even if you take a big artist for them to hit a couple of million,
Mm-hmm.
I think it's like really tough.
Yeah, it is.
So I don't know. So what are other ways artists can make money other than streaming? Like,
So I would
what
say
about YouTube?
gigs. Gigs would be a great way of making money because I feel like that's where like most of the money is. More than streaming, I think it's the gigs that make the money. But again, like you need to be with the right people type of shit. You know, like you need to have a manager. You need to have like someone doing things for you. Because as an artist, like if you're trying to do everything yourself, right, you know how it goes down. If you're running a business, if you're trying to do everything yourself, it's not going to work out, right?
Yeah.
You need like a bunch of systems. You need to be organized. You need to have like a team working towards just pushing your brand, you know, like a brand called Kjo, for example. So that's what I'm trying to like figure right now, you know, like I'm trying to put together a team that people who would work with me and like, you know, who know me more than anything, you know, like they know me as a person and they could know me as a brand even better, you know, and help me push my music to the next level type of thing, you know. So I feel like it's all about teamwork, Surya, at the end of the day, you know,
Yeah,
like
100%.
you need those people by your side to push your music and, you know, get it heard.
Got it.
And even if your music is great, you need the connections to like pop, you know, like it's just not going to happen overnight, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Like this is a marathon, it's not a sprint.
So when you first start out, like how much could you expect from like a gig? And you know, where Kjo is at today, if I was to call you and say, yo guys, there's this new bar.
Yeah.
How much would you charge for a gig today? And what is some of the best rappers in India, like Divine or someone, charging?
So I think they
So
would
just,
charge
you know, to inspire the people.
Yeah,
'Cause
for sure.
When you know about, for example, Drake does 60 billion, it inspires you and makes you want to create.
For sure, 100%. So, you know, when like I first started off, I didn't think about the money because I was doing it for the passion,
Yeah.
right? Like I did it because I loved it. So even if I got the chance to perform and I didn't get paid, I would still do it.
Yeah.
You know,
you're doing
'cause-
it for like free
Yeah.
drinks and free food at the place. Or something.
Yeah, I mean, like I would just do it because I would get my music heard there, you know, and like a whole lot of people are actually listening to what I have to say.
Yeah.
And that was the first step, you know, like as an artist, you're not supposed to be worried about the outcome, about what people think and shit like that. If you like it and if you want to do it, you just do it, right?
The first step is getting that
Yeah,
fear
it's-
fact
it's
out
the
of your head,
mindset.
being like, yo, I'm gonna perform well,
Yeah.
and like, you know, get feedback from
Yeah.
people and improve my art.
Even if there were like, say, 50 or 60 people there, like I would still perform. I wouldn't say no, you know, like because eventually I'm going to be heard, right? And that's what matters at the end of the day. Not like how many people have heard it, just that people have heard it, you know. So yeah, I mean, Divine and shit, bro. He's like the biggest right now. Like he's putting India on the map and shit. Shout out Divine in the building. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah.
So like yeah, like Divine must be making like a whole lot of money to doing gigs.
How
I'm not
much you
sure
think he charges?
exactly.
Around, like, give us a ballpark.
Maybe like 10, 20 L per gig.
Per
Maybe.
gig?
Yeah,
Okay, wow.
yeah.
And how much does Kjo charge today per gig?
I mean, like to be honest, bro, like
Yeah.
I've not been doing gigs. I've been trying to like work on my music.
Yeah.
So right now, like I would consider myself as a recording artist and not a performer. But eventually, like now that I'm
Yeah.
going to New York and shit, like I'm
But if
gonna be
somebody's like, yo, I
performing.
love Kjo, I love this
If you
song.
want to book me for a gig,
Yeah.
huh? Like 40 bands, bro.
40 bands?
Yeah,
Man.
yeah.
So for those of you who don't understand, that's 40K.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's crazy. I mean, that's good, man. That's good money because you're doing
Yeah.
it. I mean, let's just say you did choose to perform and not be a recording artist.
Yeah.
I mean, if you got 2 gigs,
Yeah.
that's like 80K. It falls at 30 to 3.2 lakhs per month. You're
Yeah.
making more than all the IT guys.
Yeah, but that's what it is, bro. Like the entertainment industry is like huge and everyone wants to be entertained at the end of
Yeah.
it. Nobody wants to like be consumed by like, you know, their day jobs and they all want to chill, you know. And I
Yeah.
feel like that's one thing that's actually selling right now, you know. It's because they're so consumed by their day jobs and shit. They're waiting for the weekend. They're waiting to go party. They're waiting to go for a gig. They're waiting to spend money. And
Yeah.
that's where like, you know, artists could capitalize over it, you know, because they're going to be playing every weekend, right?
Yeah. One form of income is basically like gigs.
Gigs.
The second form is
Streaming.
Streaming.
And then we have brand collaborations.
Okay.
That would be the third. So I did a bunch of brand collaborations over the past couple of years.
Yeah.
I've collaborated with brands like L'Oreal. I did like a small jingle for them.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, Mintra.
L'Oreal
So
one?
this shit is basically like a custom song, like a jingle for like their internal audit that they had. You know, so it would be more like oriented towards like the people who work for L'Oreal, and
And like
it would
their
be like an inside thing.
Okay, got it.
You know, so like we wouldn't be able to relate to it too much. So
Yeah.
it literally put me in a box. You know,
Yeah.
generally if I make my own music, Surya, I can do anything. You know,
Yeah.
because I can take the song anywhere I want.
Yeah.
But now that I've been put in a box, like I'll have to do what they ask me to do. I have
Yeah.
boundaries, I have limits. So
Yeah.
it challenges me and my artistic creativity as well.
Yeah,
So,
because creating within that box rather
Yeah.
than being given the whole world.
Yeah.
Sometimes being given everything, creatively, you might get too confused.
yeah.
It doesn't
Yeah,
give you
'cause-
time to think within.
Yeah, because you have like a whole lot of options, right? It's
Yeah.
like if you go on Swiggy, you don't know what to order because there's so many fucking options,
Yeah.
right? It's exactly like that. And I feel like with these brand collaborations, it's actually helped me like understand a different perspective altogether of like, how to like, work with different people, work with different brands and, see what their end goal is and, meet their needs rather than mine, you know?
Yeah.
So, and that taught me a lot as well. I did this jingle for Myntra. They'd had like this end of reason sale or whatever, right? So I did a jingle for them and that was pretty good, bro. Because it was a different vibe entirely.
That
from
was
what I
also
generally
internal
do.
or for outside?
No, that was like a proper
Okay,
campaign for
B2C.
their, yeah. So they
So tell us about like your top 5 artists. As an artist, what artists do you appreciate?
Bro, for me, like all my boys know, everybody knows, like Drake is like my number one. Straight
yeah?
up, he's a
Okay,
hit
so he
maker.
is.
He doesn't miss, and that's why, like he's the
Yeah.
best. Like, bro, if Drake quits the music industry, like they're probably
Yeah.
gonna go broke.
No, I'm a huge Drake fan, but
Yeah.
shout out to my boy 21. I'm
Oh,
like a
yo,
big
say
21
less.
fan. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I only listen to 21 when I drive around.
Yeah, that's
So,
mad.
Yeah.
On that slaughter
21.
gang shit.
Yeah. Slaughter gang shit. That murder gang shit.
Yeah.
I love my boy 21.
Yeah, I would
So-
say for me would be Drake, Russ.
Oh, Russ. I love Russ.
Bro, Russ is my
Yo,
boy, bro. I fully fuck with
so
Russ.
my wife loves Russ.
Insane.
So I recently took her on a surprise trip to Delhi and took her to the Russ concert.
No way.
Yeah,
How was it? Movie?
It was amazing.
It was a movie, right?
It was a movie.
So you should read this book. It's by Russ. It's called It's All in Your Head.
Okay.
This book has changed my life, Surya,
Oh,
straight
okay.
up. Like, it's about how he made it as an artist.
Oh, that's crazy.
And it's insane because people don't see the work ethic and the shit he had to go through to like get to where he is today. All they see is like Russ being Russ right now, like a star, right?
Yeah.
But nobody knows the shit he went through. And you know why I relate to it so much? Because his journey started off very much like mine. He started off as a producer, making his own beats.
Yeah.
And, he had a friend called Boogus who like, was rapping on his beats. And this one time when he was in the studio, Boogus told him to go and rap, and he didn't rap. He was like, he wasn't a rapper, right? So he didn't believe he could rap. But then when Boogus told him that, dude, you should try it. And he went and he rapped and he kind of like tapped into his higher self there in the studio, in the booth. And right now, like he's one of the biggest independent artists of all time, I
Yeah.
would say. Like he's been doing everything on his own independently. And
How many streams has this man got?
dude, he's done more than 1 billion, bro.
Oh,
like
damn,
it's
okay.
insane. Like I think last year on Spotify Wrapped, he did like 7 billion streams.
Whoa,
And
what?
there's
the
like
fuck?
7.7 billion people in the world, bro, and he's done that independently.
That's
And the
fucking
fact that he
nuts.
owns his shit, like he owns his masters and he owns his publishing.
He owns it.
He owns everything, bro. There's no like record label and shit that's in between, like,
Damn. So my boy making bang.
Yeah, hello, bro. And it's so crazy because nobody knows this. But in the book, he says that he had put out 96 singles and 11 albums before he blew up. Like, can you imagine, bro? I'm at 34. What am I complaining about
Yeah.
right now? I've got like 100 more to
Yeah.
go. Like,
So even like when it comes to, for example, podcasts and
Yeah.
stuff, they said that I think less than 10% make it out of like the third podcast,
Mm-hmm.
and almost all the big podcasts are the ones who make it out of like the 18th episode. So if you make it out of like, it's just all about consistency and hustling,
right.
and like you do that and you're good to succeed.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
So-
pretty crazy. So I would say third would be Don Toliver, I would say. Like, he signed to Travis Scott. Insane melodies, bro. Like, I've been listening to his unreleased shit and it's crazy. And then obviously, like, Lil Baby.
Yeah.
Lil Baby is insane. Like, his story, his come up is like so relatable,
Yeah.
bro. Like, it's just crazy from where to where he's come. And last, I would say Black Thought.
Black.
Have you heard of Black Thought?
Never.
So he's insane. He's been in the game for a long time now, and he's, I think, the greatest freestyler right now.
Do you mind? Let's listen.
Yeah,
to
yeah.
it.
Let's listen to some
Black Thought.
Black Thought. So he's a part of the Roots, the band, like the boys who come on Jimmy
For
Fallon and
those
shit.
of you who know Black Thought, don't hate on me.
Like, so he had a freestyle that he did, and Jay-Z called it the best freestyle of all time.
1.4 million.
Yeah.
Thunderstorm. Is this one of your favorite, or do you like Bellies or Because more?
I haven't heard this though.
Okay. This one you would have
Yeah.
heard.
Aquamarine, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it's so different.
So he has a bar about Berkeley in this. You check it out. It's
Oh.
pretty crazy. He's like, my
Yeah.
bar should be studied up in Berkeley and Juilliard. Like,
Oh.
Juilliard's the number one school for
Yeah.
music, and Berkeley's the second.
Oh, okay.
But it's crazy how, like, he says that.
Shout out to Kejo. He just got into Berkeley, and
Yeah, bro.
he's going there and he's gonna put in the Indian rap scene on the map out
We're gonna
there
put
for us.
B-Town on the map,
Yes,
bro. You
let's
already
go.
know.
B-Town in the building. Nice. So it's like a really
Old school vibe.
Yeah,
you
I
know?
like the things you listen to, and
Yeah.
like it's really different.
Yeah, because I feel like that's what it is with most artists,
Yeah.
right? Like artists would have an artist's taste.
Yeah.
Like they would know the kind of intricacy and like,
And,
the
like, how
vibe of
tough
the song.
it is
Just
to
to
make
make
this
something
song,
like that.
yeah.
Exactly. So we
Yeah.
appreciate it a lot more.
Yeah, and
know?
so he was playing me some of his unreleased songs, and I think artistically also your taste is really good, and like he's pushing himself out there, and he's trying
Yeah.
like different stuff. You're trying
Exactly.
like some Afrobeat type stuff, and
Yeah.
then with Smaran you're trying some
Yeah,
different things.
yeah.
So nice, it's good to see that. So for example, like Black Thought, his most streamed thing is 11 million.
Yeah.
And I mean his songs consistently have like 8, 10, 6 million. So like let's just say you're making per million $3,000.
Yeah.
10 million streams is $30,000.
Yeah.
That's what I was trying to say, is that I think it's a scam, and such a big artist to live off $30,000 is tough, right?
Yeah,
I
it
mean,
is.
an average like good salary in the US is at least like $100,000. So I feel like artists can't just live off,
Off of
which is why
streaming.
obviously you have like gigs and concerts and
Yeah. And I think the fourth thing would be merch.
yeah,
Once you build a fan base and once you have like a whole lot of listeners listening to your music, and you can feed them merch basically, like, with just like your brand on it.
yeah.
And, just like how Justin Bieber dropped Drew House, right? So it was literally like just him dropping like some merch
Yeah.
with a smiley face on it. Look at where it is
Yeah,
right
yeah,
now.
yeah.
Like it's nothing too fancy, like,
No. Like another big thing that I feel like we haven't spoken about yet is like using social media.
Yeah.
Because now like YouTube is paying you, and
Yeah.
I feel like for the same thing, if you got 10 or 11 million views on a video, that would be a lot of money on
Yeah,
YouTube as
for
well.
sure, for sure.
So I definitely think like you guys should diversify yourself, how an investor would diversify their money. As an artist,
facts.
you need to
like
diversify.
different streams of income,
Yeah,
basically.
not only your income but your music onto different platforms. Like, put your song up on YouTube, put your
Yeah.
song up on Spotify.
Yeah.
And you want to blow up in multiple places and
Yeah.
earn from different.
Yeah,
Yeah, like you said, different streams of income from merch and
yeah. Brand
gigs and
collaborations,
brand
gigs.
collaborations,
Yeah.
and yeah, I think there's a lot artists can do. So like I have a little bit of a deeper question to you. Like, what does like culture mean to you?
I think it's like an amalgamation of different like streams, say fashion
Yeah.
and music and basketball. See how
Yeah.
all of these are connected. Like,
Yeah.
like rappers abroad, like they would basically be in like all of these circles. Like you would
Yeah.
find them with the basketball players. You'd find them, courtside watching
Yeah.
like and supporting their games. And you'd see LeBron at a Drake concert.
Yeah.
So it's basically like a combination of different like cultures
Yeah.
coming into one, like
Yeah.
one whole big thing,
And in the Indian scene, like what does
Yeah.
culture mean, for example?
So here I would say, like, as a rapper, I would say we are connected to BFC.
Yeah.
You know, like how
Okay.
Drake is connected to the Raptors over
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
Shit like that, you know, like we have that support over here. And like,
Yeah.
you know, to see all of them just supporting that team.
Yeah.
It's
Did
a
you watch the
vibe.
match?
Nah, fam, I
Dude,
did.
it was
How was it,
crazy,
bro?
bro.
Yeah?
The India match, the
Yeah, I
CFF
saw a lot of people going for
tournament
it
was
and shit.
insane. Like,
Yeah.
it was so good to like support India at a
Yeah.
football game
Yeah.
and see them win, bro.
Bro, it's so crazy because I used to play football ever since I was a kid, and like to see where it's come, like from
Yeah.
where it was, it's insane. Like
Yeah.
I think it's only gonna go up from here, you know.
So Indian football's finally like
Yeah.
kind of on the map.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Hopefully, we do like an Indian football song, you know, when they reach the World Cup. That'd be
Yeah.
sick.
No, for sure. Someday, hopefully in our lifetimes,
Yeah.
we can see India at the World
Yeah.
Cup.
Yeah.
I think that would be like
Yeah.
a dream. So I'm supporting the culture out here too.
Yeah.
Like, so I love like Indian streetwear brands and
Mhm.
stuff. So I've been like exploring and thinking and, you know, trying to see like what they're doing different. And so I stopped wearing like, because I feel like a lot of us grow up and then we get like whitewashed a bit. We're like, okay, cool. I only want to wear like off-white and stuff. I'm not nothing against off-white. I love it. And I do buy it sometimes, but I'm like, you know, Indian artists, like I'm talking about fashion as well.
Yeah, we
are
need to
making-
support our local
Yeah, you need to
brands.
support each other locally.
Yeah.
So it's like consuming local music,
Yeah.
consuming local fashion,
Facts.
and then like consuming and supporting
Yeah.
like local teams.
So basically, all of these different avenues uplift each other, and they're uplifting themselves all together.
yeah,
You know, so they're all growing together here, basically.
It's really crazy on how like culture has evolved here as
For
well.
sure,
like,
and it's only going up from here, fam.
yeah.
You know?
Where do you see yourself like in the next 10 years?
I feel like, you know, like everybody's asking this question.
Now
I
that
feel
you're
like,
going to Berkeley. And,
yeah, I feel like now it's just literally me getting into the big leagues now. You know, we ain't playing no small game anymore,
Yeah.
bro. So this is like the cream of the crop, you know. So
Yeah.
people over there are just gonna be like as motivated and as talented as I am, if not like even more
Yeah.
talented. So that would give me like, you know, that fire to even like push myself, you know, further. And I need to be around that kind of energy right now, you know. So I feel like in my target audience is literally there now, you know. So which is why I didn't incorporate any like, you know, of the local languages in my music. A lot of people recommended that. They said like, you know, drop like 2 or 3 bars in like Kannada or like, you know, Tamil or whatever. But I don't think I'm being true to myself if I did that, you know. So, which is why I'm just sticking to what like I believe is true to like myself.
Yeah.
And yeah, like I feel like that's my target audience, and you know that's where I need to be, and that's where like I'm gonna be heard.
Yeah. So you're happy to use whatever Tamil, Kannada beats, but then
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Which is why you'd see like in my reels and shit, like the sound that I've been like using off late, it's all like, you know,
so
South
try to
Indian
embrace
sound.
the culture, but at the same time stay true to yourself, which is rapping in English, because
English.
that's what you're comfortable
Exactly.
with. But as
Exactly.
Russ said, it's all in
Yeah.
your head, bro. You gotta
Facts.
try it out, my
Facts,
G.
facts for sure, bro.
Maybe
Before
you
I
just
leave-
think you can't, but
Yeah.
who knows? Maybe
Yeah.
Kejo could be a Hindi rapper, even though you
That'd
might not
be
even know
crazy.
Hindi. Yeah.
That'd be crazy.
Bahut hard.
Yeah, so I feel like again, you know, when I thought about it, I felt like I shouldn't limit myself, you know.
Yeah.
So say like if I were to just rap in Hindi or like Tamil, like I'd just be an Indian rapper who's like a Tamil rapper, you know, a South Side rapper. I don't want to be labeled. I don't want to be put in a box.
Yeah.
I want to be able to do everything. Which is
Exactly.
why I'm sure if you've heard like my new music and shit when I ran it up for you in the car,
Yeah.
like it was all different. You know, it wasn't like my OG shit where I was just spitting bars
Yeah.
on bars, you know, like it's got like melody in it. It's got
You
like
don't
some
want to-
feeling in it,
Yeah.
you know. So
So
I
you
don't
don't even want to put yourself in a genre box. You want
exactly.
to like be a
I want to be
free-flowing
everywhere,
artist.
bro.
Yeah.
I want to be everywhere. Like yeah. So that's
Maybe,
the goal, bro.
So what I love is like jazz. Maybe you should explore jazz and
Yeah,
rap.
that would be
Has that
insane.
been done yet?
Yeah, I think people do that still. You know, like it's a different like genre itself. Like you know, it's like it's for the more classier crowd. You know,
Okay.
who like to like wine and dine, watch some
Jazz
nice
and rap.
jazz. Yeah, that type of shit.
That's awesome. So, I mean, like we spoke about earlier, technology is just evolving like crazy. Can you,
Facts.
tell us about like AI music, because I can literally tell an AI to like put in Kejo's lyrics
Yeah.
and then make it sing it in like Drake's voice or
Yeah, yeah.
Drake's style. And I feel like I mean, it's also a good way to grow in
Yeah.
one way,
Yeah.
which is like because people recognize Drake's voice and maybe they love your lyrics. So it's a way for you to blow up.
For sure.
But at the same time, from like Drake's perspective, like, how does it feel being cloned?
It's insane. I would say like AI is just on another level right now.
Yeah.
Like the music that has been like put out like on YouTube and shit, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I've been listening to a whole lot of AI music,
Yeah.
like straight up like AI Lil Baby and shit,
Yeah.
bro. For the way like they have approached the song, you don't need Drake anymore, bro. You just
Yeah.
need AI Drake, you know. So I
Yeah.
think Drake should do like a feature with an AI Drake, you know. That
Yeah.
would be crazy. But let me tell you about how I think this works. This whole AI thing. So basically, you make a beat, okay, and that is not specifically AI. Obviously, it's made by a human itself. And once the beat is finalized, that's like the foundation for the song. So you'd have like different AI softwares basically online, like Lala.ai,
Okay.
you know, which where you can literally like choose from a variety of voices. You can choose like Drake's voice or like, you know, someone else's voice, someone famous. You can basically use SpongeBob's voice on a song, like legit. And there would also be like a separate site where you can like actually just write the lyrics of your choice basically,
Yeah.
and the way you want it. Like supposing, say, I tell AI to write a Drake song, it would literally write the way Drake would write. Like I'm talking about the words, the structure, like the way he flows. So
Wow.
AI has literally studied every single Drake song
And then you can
has
say-
kind of realized how Drake works, how he like kind of like approaches a song.
So you can say, yeah, write a Drake song about Bangalore.
Yeah, straight up, and you'd hear Drake rapping about like dosas and
Yeah.
how smooth his flow is, like the dosa
Yeah.
and shit, bro.
Yeah.
You know, it's crazy, like the
Yeah.
way they can do it, and bro, like the way it's like coming up right now, I feel like it's gonna be some Terminator shit.
Yeah.
You know, like AI is fucking powerful, and I figured, you know, like as artists, we're not supposed to like, you know, go against it.
Yeah, you're supposed
you know,
to
you're
use
supposed
it as
to
a
embrace
tool
it,
and embrace it.
and just use it to your advantage. Like, you know,
Yeah.
don't complain over like AI being better than you. Like, you know, try and use the AI to like become a better version of yourself.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so
what tools, AI tools, have you used, and what's your favorite?
I would say Chat GPT off the top.
Yeah.
Like
It helped
know,
you with some of your bars.
I mean, like I tried it. I wouldn't necessarily use it, but then I tried it for sure. I tried to like, you know, write some bars using it. And the thing is, right, sometimes depending on like the software you're using, like they wouldn't understand the pockets. Like Chat GPT wouldn't understand the pockets of like the beat. So the beat has pockets, and that's where the artist fills in.
Yeah.
You know, and sometimes when you write a certain bar, like it won't fit in those pockets. You're supposed to make it fit as an artist. That's your job. So I'd have to make changes and, you know, figure out how to fit those bars in the pocket basically.
So ChatGPT is your favorite tool, or?
I would say, bro, right now. And then Lala.ai,
Yeah, like,
that's
so that-
pretty crazy.
So I was watching this, like these two twins on Instagram,
Yeah.
and then they made like some song in that crazy frog style.
Yeah.
Like, so they use like a crazy frog style, but like Drake lyrics or something
Yeah,
like that.
yeah. And I feel like right now, like the way it's going, like artists like Drake and Lil Baby and shit, bro, they can just generate shit like off the top. They don't need to like depend on, say, like, you know, their artistic talent to like come up with a banger. All they need is AI. The AI studied them. The AI knows how they work. So all they have to do is basically rap it. Everything is done. The beat is done. The lyrics are done. The lyrics are also like exactly like how Drake or Lil Baby would do it. So it's basically like giving the artists so much like advantage, you know, like over like the other artists, especially the ones that have already blown up.
That's crazy, man.
It's insane how it works, and it's only going up from here. You know, who
Yeah,
knows
like,
what else can happen.
Imagine a regular company like my company Renaissance. If they ever wanted to get Drake, it wouldn't make sense because it costs a couple of million to make him
Facts.
make a song for your company, and now you can get like AI Drake
Yeah.
and stuff to make
Yeah.
you songs, which is nuts. So tell me about music and NFTs, and like how NFT is also another source. I think
Yeah.
a lot of people are tapping into
Yeah.
to make money.
But I feel like that was like just a wave, Surya. Like I think a year back, NFTs were popping. Like I'm sure you've already copped a bunch of Bored Ape NFTs and all over the past, and you've seen how it works, bro. Like Justin
Yeah.
Bieber bought that NFT for like $1 million, and now it's worth like 60 grand.
Yeah, because it's a bear market. No?
Yeah. So, but music, it's I think a little bit different. Like you just basically sell your music as an NFT and get paid for it. Like I'm not too sure how it works though. But yeah, like I have been like asked to like dive into it and see where it goes. But I figured, like that's a little more for like the future type of shit. So yeah.
So I mean, I have a contrary view to you. I don't know. I think definitely think like NFTs are like here to stay, and I don't think it's a future thing. I think it's like here to stay now because okay, I'm just saying, for example, like you sent me a couple of like your unreleased albums, and like I have it with me now. So, what stops me from saying, "Yo, I own this song now," or "I created this song"? Right?
Yeah.
So that's basically what an NFT is. It's a non-fungible
Fungible token, yeah.
token, but basically all it does is it's basically puts its own digital signature onto a document and then puts that on the blockchain saying, "Hey, Kjo created this song."
Yeah.
So now that that NFT is up there, you know that for sure Kjo created this. And then the blockchain will show you, okay, post Kjo creating it, Kjo created 100 copies. Surya owns one, Ariman owns one, people own one. So, okay, I'll just give you an example. Like, let's just say you own the Mona Lisa, and I took a picture of the Mona Lisa. Actually, yeah. Would you be pissed if I took a picture of the Mona Lisa?
No.
No, right?
No.
Because you
Yeah,
have
I
the
own this
physical.
shit. Yeah.
Yeah. So there was always a way to do that for a physical item before, but never for a virtual
Yeah.
item. Okay.
Yeah.
So now let's just say you had something the equivalent of a Mona Lisa, but a digital version. Okay. Let's just say you own like a Bored.
Yeah.
Okay. Or a CryptoPunk. Now, again, would you be pissed if I had a picture of your CryptoPunk?
No.
No, right?
Yeah.
Because you know, and the blockchain is also saying that Kjo owns this CryptoPunk, and all the benefits is only available to you, the wallet holder of that.
Yeah.
So even if I have a screenshot and I put the picture of CryptoPunks and Bored Apes everywhere, it doesn't matter because you know you are the holder, right? To it, and I think that's what is going to make a big difference in music too. Because before, let's just say I made a picture of a monkey and a Bored Ape, and let's just say if the Bored Ape was not on the blockchain and Ariman took a picture of it, then I would care because now there's no way of saying
That's it. That it's yours.
that this PDF file is the true one or his PDF file is the true one.
Yeah.
But now there's a PDF file with a digital signature on the blockchain that everybody knows is the true
Yeah.
one, and hence Ariman cannot sell that picture because if people log on, they'll see that Surya is the owner of
Yeah.
Bored Ape 533, whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I think like music is there as well. Like, I have the file, but I can't sell the file because I know that Kjo is the
Yeah.
true owner because
Yeah.
he's created an NFT
Yeah.
of this song.
Yeah. So it reminds me of Tory Lanez, bro.
Yeah.
I'm sure you've heard, like, he's like a Canadian rapper. So he sold like his album recently as an NFT.
Oh yeah, I saw that, and he was the
Yeah.
fastest
to hit 1 million. So that's pretty crazy, right? How he sold it in like a minute or so.
Yeah,
like
and
under
like-
a minute, he went platinum. Basically.
Yeah, platinum. So he's the fastest to
Yeah.
platinum,
Yeah.
which was like crazy, and he
Yeah.
made a bunch of money too. Off
Yeah,
it
yeah, and the
because
thing
he
is,
sold
his
it-
fans are making that money
Yeah.
off of him as well, like
Yeah.
because of his music.
Yeah,
because they
exactly.
own rights to his music.
Now they own rights, and then every time they resell it, he still makes some like
Yeah.
commission off
Yeah.
it. So
But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I feel like I don't know too much to like you
Yeah.
know.
I mean, you can always ask me. I'll help you
Yeah.
mint your songs as an NFT.
Yeah, that'll be sick.
anytime. And
We should try it.
yeah, no,
Yeah.
100%. I'm down to help you anytime. So it is the future, and it's here to stay. So
Yeah.
artists, you should mint your songs as NFTs, and there's some really cool platforms now as well, like
Yeah.
where basically you can fractionalize the ownership of the song, and people can buy like 0.1% or
Yeah.
1% of the song. So let's just say on average you get 10 million views. So I know that this song is going to bring me in, let's just say $100,000.
Yeah.
You can cash in that a discounted version of the $100,000 today as an artist. Instead of 100,000 in the future,
Yeah.
you can cash out $70,000 now
Yeah.
and sell it to people, and people can make money off your music too.
That's crazy.
Yo, my boy, Kejo,
Appreciate
thank
it,
you so
Manzi.
much for coming on the
You already
Stocks
know.
with Surya show.
Yeah, you already
and yo, my boy Kejo, thank you so much
Appreciate it,
for
G.
coming on the Stocks with Surya show.
Yeah.
You guys learned about how it is to hustle and become an artist in India, and at the same time, different streams for you all to sit and monetize out
Yeah.
there. Any
Yeah.
questions for us, hit us up. You want Kejo to make some rap songs for you, hit him up.
You already know.
And you want to get your finances in order, follow me, Stocks with Surya, and DM me for any questions.